Hey guys, Franchise here with Franchise80s.com, and thank you again for joining me. I'm back with another video. Today's video is gonna be on one of my items I have in my collection. I just wanted to do this quick video to share with you, to highlight one of the special items I have in my collection. Talk to you a little bit about it, and share with you some fun facts about this collectible, and then some of the history of collectibles like this. So without further ado, let me show you the collectible I'm talking about. It is right here, as you can see. It's called Kryptonite rock. It's from 1977. This item came out when the pet rock craze was going on in the 70s. Somebody invented the pet rock, and it was like a hit, and so they decided to make Kryptonite rock, and it was made by DC comic books in 1977, and all it was a rock that looks like they spray painted a few of these rocks. Take them out of the package to show you. So, as you can see here, just regular rocks that look like they're spray painted with glow-in-the-dark spray. They do glow in the dark. But back in the 70s, man, as a kid, this was awesome. This was Kryptonite. This was the only stuff that could hurt Superman. I mean, if you were a big Superman fan, you know, you'd definitely want something like this. It comes with a little tiny description of what it is, plus instructions. I don't know why you would need instructions for this, but this is what you get with it, along with the box. The box is pretty cool. You know, I've made videos before where I talk about the artwork on the packaging of the boxes. Some people are really into that and collect this. There's a big, huge collection market for artwork like this, and something vintage like this from the 70s. It's pretty cool artwork right here. Has an awesome picture of Superman, and then the Kryptonite rock in bold letters, and like you can see Krypton exploding right there. That's pretty cool. So this is a really special piece of my collection because this was given to me by a friend of mine. I'm not going to mention his real name, but I can mention his internet persona. His name is Amphibifud, and he gave this to me on my birthday a few years back. And what was awesome about this is not just that I'm a huge Superman fan and that I love collecting things like this, and I didn't have this in my collection, but the cool thing about this collectible is that he got it from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash comic book store in Newark, where they filmed the TV show Comic Book Men, and this particular Kryptonite rock was featured on that show. Actually, a bunch of them. This guy came into the show. It's kind of like a Pawn Star show where people come in and try to sell their items. And this guy came in he had a whole huge lot of Kryptonite rock with the display case and everything, and so he sold it to Kevin Smith and the Comic Book Men, and then they turned around and then they started selling them individually on the internet. And so my friend Amphibifud, he bid on this and he won it, I believe, on eBay, and he gave it to me for my birthday. So this is really awesome. It's a really prized piece in my collection, not only because it was given to me by a good friend, but because it has some history behind it. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan and a big fan of the Comic Book Men TV series, and the fact that this was featured on there is really cool. And the fact that it's from 1977, so this thing's over 30 years old. You know, that's a really cool piece to have in my collection, and it's one of the things that I probably won't ever sell. And I think that that anybody who's a Superman fan or comic book fan, or likes collecting things from the 70s or 80s and even 90s, would really enjoy to have something like that. I mean, I love looking for rare and hard to find collectibles, even though this is probably not super rare, but it's not something you could just go and find at any comic book store or any toy store or anything like that. There's not too much of this going around, and in 10 or 20 years, it's probably going to be really, really difficult to find anything from the 70s and to be in such good condition. This is a pretty good condition, the box, and the Kryptonite rock. I mean, the packaging is almost more important than the actual item itself because of the artwork. So that's sometimes more important to collectors than the actual item itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be bringing you more videos on some of my more prized possessions in my collection. Some of my rare, hard to find stuff. I already did one on my rocket firing Boba Fett, so I'm going to put a link in this video for that, and I'm going to put other links in the description below. One of them's to my eBay store, and then to some other YouTube channels that I find entertaining, and to some other unique items and collectibles that I think you guys might enjoy. I'll have all the links in the description below. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, and please subscribe, and I will see you next time with another great item. Thank you very much for joining me.